What's going on, everyone? We are back with the fourth podcast of Conscientia. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. I'm your host, Mr. Neuro, and like another human, I'm a curious being. I wonder and seek a solution. Today's episode will be an interesting one because it's about lucid dreams. I learned about this a month ago and seems something strange. So I started searching on it and think it will be a great topic to talk upon. So let's get into this. While listening to this podcast consciously, you are awake by nature. And if your consciousness is altered, it means you are sleeping. Sleep is a naturally reoccurring state of mind and body as it is involved in healing and repair of your heart and blood vessels. And during sleep, you see dreams, which are involuntary sensations occurred in your mind during certain stages of sleep, like you have no control over them, and we even don't remember them when we wake up. But while you are having a lucid dream, you are aware that you are dreaming. That awareness is all it takes to become lucid. Really, like you have somewhat control over the dream characters, narrative, and environment, and you realize this that the experience is not occurring in physical reality. And also, while lucid dreaming, you can't move because your muscular body becomes inactive to prevent you from acting out of your dreams, which makes it somewhat frightening. In this state, you are both asleep and awake at the same time, which seems so strange, but it's true. In lucid dreaming, you can experience the things you can't do in reality without obeying the laws of society and physics. There are various stages during sleep, like non-REM stage 1, 2, 3, and the REM stage. Lucid dreaming occurs only in the REM stage of the sleep cycle. Now, who don't know what REM is? Well, REM means rapid eye movement. It's the stage of sleep cycle characterized by the rapid or random movements of the eyes. During this stage, the activity of the brain's neurons is quite similar to that during waking hours because the brain waves which are produced are the combination of theta and alpha waves that resembles with the wakeful signals. There are evidences that there is the involvement of anterior prefrontal cortex and the parietal cortex. It is found that frequent lucid dreaming is associated with the increased functional connectivity between frontopolar cortex and temporoparietal association areas. It is also found that there is an increase in gray matter in prefrontal areas of the pupil having high lucidity than those to the low lucidity rate groups. Lucid dreaming even helps people in self-reflection. The recurrent nightmares eventually create suicidal thoughts in the person's mind. But lucid dreaming can work here too. You are able to lose fear or even change the whole condition. Researchers think that it might also aid physical rehabilitation, as it is also confirmed that practicing motor skills while lucid dreaming can lead to real life improvement in skill performance that can be equivalent to practice in waking life. Studies are even going on in this field because it can be a better model for hypnosis, psychosis, and other mind states. So let's ending it. If you want to know